They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Are we going to see Canelo Crawford next?
We'll see. It's a possibility there always. No, we'll see.
Terence Crawford has reportedly confirmed the Canelo fight after meeting with Turki Alalshikh. It seems boxing fans may soon see their long-held dream come true. For years, there has been a steady buzz surrounding a potential clash between two of the sport's brightest icons, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Yet for various reasons, the showdown always appeared out of reach. Yet with the dawn of a new year, fresh optimism surrounds what might become one of the most memorable bouts.
It's always is a chance there, right? We'll see, but always is a chance there, and we're here to make the best deals, and always a chance.
And I do have to ask you about Dimitri Bivol, because that's a rematch you've always talked about wanting. How do you see the rematch going with Bivol and Beterbiev?
I think it's gonna be another good fight. It's gonna be another good fight. Both fighters are good fighters, so I think both have a chance to win. Like the first one was a really good fight.
So whatever is next, we look forward to it, my friend. Thank you so much.
In boxing history, there always is a chance there, and we're here to create the greatest deals. Canelo Alvarez was recently spotted mingling with His Excellency Turki Alalshikh at the Ring Magazine Awards in London, sparking widespread excitement among boxing enthusiasts, while Terence Crawford had repeatedly challenged Alvarez. The Mexican superstar remained elusive about a potential showdown when pressed on the possibility of a fight. Alvarez reportedly set a staggering purse as his condition to face the Nebraskan southpaw. Tensions later flared publicly, with the Riyadh season chief fueling doubts that the highly anticipated bout would ever materialize. Yet fresh reports hint that significant strides are being made toward making this blockbuster matchup a reality. The fan response highlights just how anxiously the boxing world anticipates what may be a historic moment in the sport's history. Famous boxing journalist Julius Julianis was highlighted by Knockout Alerts, which tweeted a photo of Canelo Alvarez beside Terence Crawford. The accompanying caption read, "Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in the works for September of this year in Las Vegas." Terence Crawford left little room for mistake about his ambitions by abandoning the welterweight category, where he had once again confirmed his title as an undisputed champion. Moving into a new challenge, he stepped up in weight to take on Israel Krasiev, a decisive, unanimous victory on the Riyadh season card in Los Angeles, adding another impressive chapter to his legacy. Clashes of this caliber between a superstar and a pound-for-pound elite are exceptionally uncommon, owing to the immense stakes.
Fight fans, some breaking news. This guy, Julius Julianis, who's an ESPN Knockouts reporter, is reporting that the fight isn't only about to be announced, but the contracts are signed between none other than Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. In Julianis' report, he claims that this fight has been signed, sealed, delivered, and it's going down this September in Las Vegas. We know Canelo was in London for the Ring Magazine Awards with Turki Alalshikh, seemingly shaking hands as business partners. And just today, as a few hours ago, Bud Crawford landed in London and was seen with Turki Alalshikh this September. It's official.
Many fans may choose to hold their breath until the final bell of confirmation, rings relishing the relief of assurance. Only after some fans yet find the hints adequate to form confident judgments about what might happen. Let's explore the opinions of some of them. This fan is supremely confident in a Bud Crawford victory, they said, but Bud is about to beat the shit out of Canelo. Both are outstanding fighters, though analysts foresee an intense and tightly contested showdown between these two contemporary titans. Yet rising to the level of a champion in the mold of Canelo Alvarez is anything but easy. The legendary Mexican fighter, who began his boxing journey in his teenage years, has squared off against elite opponents in an impressive 66-fight career. There's no question that Alvarez's experience and skill could deliver more surprises than most expect. The next fan had a similar opinion. They said Bud should have Canelo schedule fights against Jake Paul and Conor after this. Many believe a bout with Crawford could be the golden ticket that solidifies Alvarez's legacy. Yet as one witty fan suggested, perhaps Alvarez should broaden his horizons. Think Jake Paul or even the Notorious. Then again, it might be a bit premature to draw any conclusions, right? Despite their seeming humor, rumor, this fan may have pointed out a critical feature of the Crawford against Alvarez clash. This is going to smash PPV sales. Haha. They said in Las Vegas, this showdown is sure to command a massive pay-per-view audience no matter the cost. Eager fans are likely to rush to buy the broadcast drawn by the sheer magnitude of this event. Another supporter chimed in shortly after, declaring that even though Canelo has clearly regressed and is ducking the monster Crawford, naturally being so much smaller makes this a clear mismatch that favors Canelo. This statement echoes the opinions of various analysts who consider such a result as conceivable with his abundance of expertise and excellent approach. Canelo Alvarez might give a serious challenge to Terence Crawford, whose adaptability as a switch hitter could be tested by Alvarez's trademark power and relentless striking as well. Skeptics shared their opinions. This user said, "I'll believe it when they both connect a punch."
Fighters right now in boxing. That's your top 5 right now in boxing, not your the top 5 in boxing right now. Right now.
Champions or just anybody?
Top 5 right now.
Shakur #1, hands down. Tank, he up there. Canelo, Inoue, Tyson Fury.
Damn. That's now beforehand. Back, you know, the back in the day.
Until something is publicly confirmed, the conversation can go on for the next few days or weeks. The weight issue is still a significant worry with the Crawford-Alvarez bout, though despite Crawford's recent move to the 154 lb division, he remains 2 weight classes shy of Alvarez. It's uncertain whether the Mexican champion would be willing to cut down for a showdown or negotiate a catchweight bout. Even if Crawford decides to move up, doubts linger about his capacity to retain both speed and power at a higher weight. Observers commonly cite the Madma fight, his first full-distance fighting since December 2016. Fears arise that adding extra pounds would sap his stamina and harm his effectiveness for nearly a year. The 2 pound-for-pound superstars had appeared destined to square battle, with Crawford boasting a perfect record of 4-10, publicly proclaiming his goal to confront the defending super middleweight champion rather than cruising in the sunset. Bud wants to further reinforce his status by going up 2 divisions to 14 lbs, in a bout that will go down in history. Canelo, with a record of 62 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, has previously exhibited little enthusiasm about meeting the WBA super welterweight champion, well aware that he would be heavily
realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you you're still pursuing it?
Not at all. You know, I think business talk. You know, with the right business come across the table, you know, yeah, it happened. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, you know? So that fight would be good.
fully favored to keep his championship. The 34-year-old has scored 5 unanimous decision wins, including triumphs over a declining Gennady Golovkin and a smaller Jermell Charlo following his setback to Dimitri Bivol in 2022. Alshikh appears ready to convince the Mexican to try Crawford. Rumors indicate that an arrangement has even been struck for the two to face off in September. It appears that the Riyadh season head has restored his professional connections with Canelo during a meeting in London, with the highly anticipated Crawford fight now planned for Las Vegas. This massive clash might likely take place later this year in Las Vegas, according to a tweet from Happy Punch, which reported sources that Canelo and Terence Crawford had agreed to fight this year in Vegas. The speculation gained substantial steam following the revelation of 2 intriguing pictures showing both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in discussions with Turki Alalshikh, chairman of the Saudi General Entertainment Authority. The images have sparked widespread excitement among fans and analysts, as Alshikh has been instrumental in orchestrating high-profile sporting events. In recent years, particularly in boxing, the meeting appears to be a pivotal moment in advancing negotiations for what would undoubtedly be one of the most significant fights in recent boxing history. While official confirmation is still awaited, the pictures and following reports strongly indicate that talks are in full swing. Should the battle materialize, it would mark a historic showdown between 2 of boxing's pound-for-pound kings. Terence "Bud" Crawford, fresh off his overwhelming victory over Errol Spence Jr., has entrenched himself as one of the greatest fighters of this generation. Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, remains the face of boxing with an amazing career. Alvarez has continually sought out the greatest challenges, solidifying his legacy as a 4-division world champion. A bout with Crawford.
It seems to be here now.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass. Like
yes,
that.
man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Crawford would not only be a collision of styles, but also a battle for supremacy in the sport. Turki Alalshikh has been at the vanguard of bringing huge fights to completion, particularly with Saudi Arabia's growing involvement in global sports. Under his leadership, Saudi Arabia has hosted Turki Alalshikh's power in the boxing world, lending substantial weight to the probability of this showdown being a reality. One of the main elements to work out in the negotiation process will be the weight class for this fight. Canelo presently reigns as the undisputed champion at 168 lb, while Crawford, who became the undisputed welterweight champion at 147 lb, would need to step up significantly to confront Alvarez. The fight could take place at super middleweight, where Canelo holds all the belts, adding to the historic significance of the bout. A significant number in the sport believe the weight difference is too vast for Crawford to overcome, despite his exceptional skill. However, during a recent open workout in London, Devin Haney made it clear that he would stand by the American if the fight were to take place. He said, I can't go against Crawford. I like him in the ring, out the ring. I think that he's the best right now. I'm rocking with Crawford. Both fighters are now actively seeking their next challengers should the current matchup fall through or be delayed. Canelo may defend his unified super middleweight championships against fellow champion William Skull, hoping to capture his second undisputed title. Crawford is anticipated to remain at super welterweight, maybe attempting to unify the division. A confrontation with Sebastian Fundora could be on the horizon, or he might take on a high-ranking contender such as Virgil Ortiz Jr. Meanwhile, Dimitri Bivol has shared his opinion about the probable mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Bivol remains as one of the rare handful to have defeated Canelo in the ring, with the legendary Floyd Mayweather Jr. In 2122, Canelo went up to the light heavyweight class to face the Russian for his WBA belt, only to be decisively outboxed throughout the match. Bivol addressed his ideas on the impending bout with Bout.